Hello, Sagittarius. Thank you so much for being here again. And happy Valentine's Day to you guys. All right, Sag, this is a little bit powerful, more so than what I expected for you guys. So from Lay Vampire, you pulled Sacrifice, Renunciation, Offering, and Letting Go. And then from Chakra Wisdom, you pulled Quest. Now, Sacrifice is not asking you to give up something that's going to cause you pain. It's saying that now is the time for you to let go of things that are going to benefit you in the long run. So like even simple things like giving up sleep to get up and start exercising in the mornings, things like that. But I think that some of you are really needing to let go of this idea that your life doesn't have meaning right now. Quest is saying that you feel like your life will have meaning when you are somewhere else or doing something else. But it's happening right now. It's like you're on that unnecessary quest. And really, with Sacrifice, you need to let that go. Here's the energy coming through. Ugh. The Three of Swords. And definitely that's something that you need to let go of. Because it may be leading you somewhere that, you really don't need to be, with Quest being there. So the Three of Swords is a signifier. Heartbreaking situation, being put through heartbreak, needing to get over this now and get to a place of understanding and forgiveness. Now, because we're not looking at future conditions or the outcome here, it's not something that you're going to be looking forward to. This is the issue right now, and everything that is happening around it is going to affect how you deal with this. Now, with the Three of Swords, you could be thinking about the heartbreak that you've been through a little bit too much. But like I said, I'm hoping that, this is the issue right now, but we're getting to a place here where there's healing, hope, understanding, forgiveness, all those good things, right? And not focusing in on this and then having it manifest over and over and over again. Now, in the past, the Four of Swords, and thinking too much on it. Now, I do think that, for some of you, this is something you have already been through. And with the Four of Swords as a past coming through, first of all, you're talking about recovery and calling a truce, and not wanting to go through anything painful again. But it is reflecting on the past, on your past actions. You're kind of like shutting down here. It is about needing to find tranquility, though, and like give yourself a minute to hear your own thoughts. But it's like shutting down. You're not communicating here. You're thinking about something. But again, it's like needing to recover, which makes sense here. Now, for some of you, it could like literally mean, because of the Swords energy here, recovering from like a surgery or something like that. But, you know me. Things are so much deeper than that. But yeah, and I can understand just like needing to call that truce, especially with your own thoughts if you're still focused on this. Now, in the present, the Three of Pentacles. So, when we're talking about getting to a place of like forgiveness and understanding with the Three of Pentacles here, it's like wanting to work with somebody or willing to work with somebody. Or some of you could just literally be focused on work right now and not wanting to deal with this, but yet it's still like an issue, and it may be affecting your work. The Three of Pentacles, right? Being recognized for a skill and a talent that you have, but it is about working with others. It's one of the few that talks about the group. If you're calling a truce here, it's like, all right, we're coming to an understanding here. It's a heartbreaking situation, but I'm still willing to work with you here to, accomplish what needs to be done. But like I said, for some of you, it's focusing in on work. All right. And, it's not bad, but with the Three of Swords being there, So the Five of Wands in future conditions, it's petty. It's petty. One of the distinctions that I make between this and the Five of Swords is that here, there is no intent to hurt. Nobody is actually hurting each other. But it's like butting heads. People aren't hearing each other out. There's petty arguments going on. And this could also talk about the internal struggle, especially with the Four of Swords kicking this off. But it's pettiness. And it's like, look, I'm willing to put this aside here and work with you, but why are we still dealing with petty arguments that, need to be over and done with? You know, and unfortunately, I think that that's the reason why the Three of Swords is still present. I think that you're willing to put in the effort, but if you're dealing with another person here, with the Five of Wands, it's like, yeah, no, you know. But again, it's petty. There's no reason for it. Your best path to follow, fucking right, the King of Wands. Yes, yes, tap into that energy. I love it for Sag. I love it when the King of Wands shows up. I live with the King of Wands. I know what that's like. Needing to be more confident. And when we're talking about quest, and you being on an unnecessary quest here, the King of Wands charts his own course. And it's like, you need to get back to this. You need to start getting more confident in yourself. You need to start seeking those adventures again, you know, and getting out of your head. If somebody is not willing to work with you and they're wanting to just continue to cause petty arguments, this is all about you here and being the mature one in the situation, you know, but not letting whatever is going on here hold you back from, you know, being that adventurer that you are, you know. And then not only that, but I feel like you need a little bit more passion and excitement though too, you know. I don't think that this is like a self-image thing. I see that more with the Queen of Wands. I just think that, you know, and it's funny because he's like turning his back, right? Like, I'm not going to listen to this nonsense. But, you know, like I said, I just think it's about you needing to seek better experiences instead of allowing somebody to pull you into pettiness. In your environment, the Five of Cups. So, okay, and this could go both ways, because if we're talking about, you know, dealing with a difficult situation but still willing to work with somebody, this could be talking about you still looking at what has been lost and still feeling the difficult emotions around that. Or we're talking about the other person here who can't get over the fact that this situation is over with, and it's like they're continuously trying to cause problems. Wow, Sag, what the hell is going on? You know, but the message has always been with the Five of Cups, stop focusing on what is gone and start focusing on what you do have and what you can build on. But I worry that there's like an unwillingness here, and I don't so much think that it's on your part, because, you know, I'm looking at the King of Swords. I'm looking at you in the past thinking about things differently and wanting to call that truce. But apparently somebody else is still wanting to cause some problems here. And unfortunately, it's like, what I worry about is, you know, if you are dealing with another person here, it's like they're purposely trying to keep this in the forefront for you, when you should be full of passion and moving on to something else, you know. But again, it speaks to your wisdom here, with you still willing to be able to work with somebody to get things done. You know, even though there's this heartbreaking situation involved. Okay. Your hopes and your fears, the King of Swords. Here is what I'm going to say on this. Especially for the male Sages that I'm talking to right now. With the King of Swords, you have to be careful. You have to be careful about how you choose to act on this situation. Do not let somebody push you to the point where you start to get a little bit verbally brutal. Like, I don't blame you, but just be careful about taking on the energy of the King of Swords. Now, and the only reason why I say that is because I'm looking at this. When you are coming in like this. As far as the King of Swords, though, you know, this could be hopes and fears around a person, though, too. And somebody who may not be hearing you with the Five of Wands there, thinking too logically about the situation, you know, and it may be like painful emotionally for you. But then the other thing, though, too, is it could simply be you hoping to be able to see the logic and reasoning in this situation. And like I said, coming from like a better place mentally, you know. But I don't know, something about this tells me that somebody is like wanting to keep this in the forefront with the Three of Swords. And it's like, why? You know, it's petty. But like I said, with the King of Swords, just be careful, you know, because he teeters, right? And then coming out the Hermit, you doing some soul searching and like, you know what, just leave me alone for a minute, and it makes sense. The Hermit. doing that soul searching, looking back at the whole process that you've been through and asking yourself why, what was the point of doing this? What have I learned from this? What is my North Star, right? Because like I said before with the lantern, the star is what's in that. But you just going, you know what? Fine. I'm just going to take care of things on my own and just like pushing it out. Like you're not going to get involved in this pettiness, which again speaks to your wisdom. Wow. Sag, wow. I knew this reading was going to be deep. All right. With justice. You may be wanting to be on your own here with the Hermit to kind of think through things on your own, but you're making sure that you're still doing things and making decisions that are fair and balanced for everybody involved. And again, willing to work with somebody despite the fact that there may be a difficult situation involved, but still wanting to be left alone here, which is understandable. Then also wanting wrongs amended, needing to have wrongs amended here. With the death, it's over with. It is over with. One of the things that I say about death is when it comes riding in on that horse, you don't have a choice. That situation is done. It's over. It's dead. But it's all about the transformation, death and transformation, you recreating yourself. The situation is over with. You are the phoenix rising from the ashes, fucking right. And then here you are with temperance. I love it. I love it. Patience, moderation, balance, getting control over your thoughts and your emotions. There's guidance there too. And it's all major. Wow, Sag. But I do think that you are the one that is still willing to work with somebody despite the fact that they're being petty. But you are like on a much different level here. And I'm hoping that, you start charting a different course here instead of being on that unnecessary quest, right? Oh, yes, I love it. So celebration, right? Needing to have some celebration in your life, right? Needing to find a reason to celebrate here. And it's because you're not letting pettiness get to you anymore. The third eye, your third eye is opening here and you are really in tune with what you are visualizing. And your intuition is like full on. Amazing. I love it. I love it when I see the third eye, but seeing intuition next to it, it's perfect. You visualizing an experience where you get to celebrate, and be who you are, right? All right, let's take a look at Whispers of Love and see what other messages there are. And then speak the language of love. Loving words have the power to change someone's life, including your own. So, for some of you, if you're coming out of a difficult relationship here, right, give your time to just rest and relax. But if there is something else coming around, make sure that you're speaking about it and expressing those emotions. But damn it, Sag, that's some pretty powerful shit coming out of this. But again, I feel very strongly here that your wisdom is like guiding you to continue to work with somebody that is still wanting to be shitty about a situation. But I think it's over with for you and you're changing your life in a major way. Great, Sag. So, I love how this speaks to you that, even though you may have dealt with a heartbreaking situation here, you're still willing to work with somebody here. You are the one that's calling the truce. Like, okay, it is what it is, but we need to work together to get things done. But I think that you have somebody that's like, trying to keep this in the forefront and just being petty about things. But I don't think that you're getting involved. And, the more that I look at sacrifice and quest, this may be one of those things where you need to give up on the idea that you have to do this. Maybe you don't need to work with this person anymore if they're going to continue to act this way. And that may be where the Hermit is coming through. Now, like I said, it's like somebody is still dealing with some hurt emotions, and you could possibly be dealing with this too. But I think it's all about you building on what you still have and not, being wrapped up in those difficult emotions surrounding this. Because like I said, you're coming in with truce here. Now, as far as the King of Swords, for some of you, you may be hoping that this person would start thinking a little bit more logically about things, which is understandable. But like I said, especially for the male Sag, right? Be careful. Be careful about what you say. Don't get too brutal, right? You still need to be that man of passion, right? And for the females, again, it's not about self-image when I look at the King of Wands, but I do think that you need more excitement. But, you know, I can understand, again, that hoping that somebody would stop being so stupid about a situation here and just start thinking logically about it. But coming out, holy shit, really? Like, it's always like a really big deal when I see nothing but majors for an outcome for somebody, because this is like major changes that are happening, and you have death there, but then you have you ultimately coming out on this. I think you get to a point where you're like, leave me the hell alone. You want to make sure that everything is fair and balanced, but you also want those wrongs amended, which I don't blame you on that. But, you know, you're changing you. You're changing who you are here, going through that death and transformation, but still, you know, being Sag, being who you are. It's such a powerful thing. It's like, damn. Now, as far as the soul trees go, your third eye is opening here, and you're better able to pay attention to your intuition, and there's going to be celebration, and I think it's perfect for you guys. Now, as far as whispers of love, needing to take a break before you start anything else, which is understandable here. But then speak the language of love makes me wonder if there's not something else around you, and there's a need for you to speak about the way that you feel. You know, because it seems new to me. It has like the Page of Cups type of feel to it, right? But definitely you need to give yourself a break as far as dealing with the situation. But, you know, like I said, Sag, I love how you're coming out on this.